Hey guys, it's Stephanie, the girl behind the helmet. This is my first motovlog, baby's first motovlog. I've been riding for about 4 years now, a little bit more than 4 years. I don't know what to say. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like it. I just gotta say, I'm pretty impressed that Snorlax has survived 2 rides now, highway and all. Hopefully I don't lose him, but in the event that I do, I suppose I shall move on and get a new plushie. I always love these like long country roads. Take me home. I'm pretty excited now that Matt has a truck. We'll be able to load up the bikes and go all over the place without having to drive or like ride for 2 hours just to get to where we want to ride and then be tired by the time we get there. So a little bit of a backstory. Matt has been riding almost his entire life. He started with dirt bikes. I started riding a little over 4 years ago. I really wanted to ride a motorcycle. Always have. Always thought they were so cool. Never thought I could do it until I met Matt, and I knew that he rode, his family rode, and I was like, maybe I could get into this, you know, they could help me take care of the bike because I have no idea what I'm doing. And he absolutely hated that idea. He tried and tried to talk me out of it. I, in turn, tried to talk him into getting a bike. I was like, well, if you don't want me to get one, maybe you could get one and I could just ride on the back. And he's like, I'm not getting a bike. I don't want to get a bike. So I was like, all right, well, if you won't teach me to ride, I'm gonna go take lessons and teach myself and learn myself, and I'm getting a bike. I'm an adult and I can do what I want. So I got a bike. Of course, Matt was coming from a good place. I don't know if any guy would be happy that their girlfriend was on a 2-wheel death trap. I don't think anybody ever wants their loved ones to be on motorcycles, but I totally understand why people get on them. It's the same reason a lot of people do anything. You only have one life to live. You might as well live one without regrets and be happy, you know? So I found my bike on Craigslist. Super nice dude. Little did I know what my bike looked like stock. I didn't realize all the modifications it already had done to it. It's got the flush mount turn signals, the shorty adjustable levers, integrated tail light, the tidy tail kit. The prior owner did a custom headlight thing with HIDs, halos, and like demon eyes. It's got a Musari exhaust, the tinted windshield you can see, and we ended up putting in lowering links because I'm a short girl. I'm about 5'2". The only thing that I hate about the lowering links is that once or twice I was going into a corner and leaning, and I leaned so much and my bike was so low that the pegs hit the concrete and or asphalt, whatever, I don't know, and it really freaked me out. So I am nervous cornering now. I'm thinking about looking into another bike. I was talking to Matt, and some of the faster, bigger bikes have higher pegs, I think that's what he said. I don't know, but so far this has been a fantastic first bike. I am so happy, very happy with it. I don't even know if I told you, it is a Ninja 250. I've only dropped it twice, sadly. And the first time I dropped it, we hadn't lowered it yet, but I was so excited. I didn't want to wait to get the lowering links, and I wanted to get out on my bike. And so I took it down the road, and it was actually extremely windy that day. I'm not even lying. But I was like coming up to a stop, and as soon as I was like pulling in the brakes, a big like gust of wind came, and I didn't like totally drop it, of course. I let it down slow. But nobody has ever taught me how to pick up a bike, so I couldn't pick it up, and conveniently I didn't have my cell phone on me. So I was struggling until I had to ask somebody to help me. Super embarrassing, but you know, live and learn. The second time that I dropped the bike, I was leaving for work, and when I first got my bike, I was keeping it in a garage, the neighbor's garage next door, and it was kind of weird because they had a slab of concrete in the garage, and then they had like a gap between their backyard and their driveway that wasn't concrete, and there was like really big tree roots, so pulling it out of the garage and then getting it through like all the tree roots was not fun, but it was nice to be able to keep it in a garage, so I can't complain. But yeah, I caught one of the roots wrong and set it down another time. At least it was in the mud that time, not on the asphalt. And I had to go get Matt's mom to help me pick it up. But since then, I have not had any unfortunate drops. So once I got riding and Matt was kind of helping me out, he figured that he didn't have any choice or say in what I do at this point, so he's just, you know, making sure I'm safe, making sure my bike's safe, and that everything's good. He started to get the itch, so he ended up getting an R6. It was a beautiful bike. I was dying to try it, to see if I could ride it, to see what it felt like, you know, to ride something a little bit bigger and more powerful, but my dang legs aren't tall enough, and I didn't want to drop his bike, so yeah, it was unfortunate. So he got rid of his bike, his R6, for a while, and he was driving around the S14, the evil S14. That car was so much fun, but I don't know what's gotten into him recently. He sold the S14, and he's like, I want to get back on a bike. And he started watching all these MotoVlogs, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, we should totally do that. So guess what? Here we are. A couple months later, you know, he got his S1000, and I'm really stoked to be back out on the road. Although it's super cold today, you know, it'll get warmer, and we'll go on lots more adventures. For today's mini adventure, we went to a store called Off the Wagon. It is such a quirky little store. It's like a toy store. It's got plushies and weird things. I don't know, it's just so off the wall. Off the wagon, if you will. So the first thing I pick up, crickets, and then like larvae. I don't know. I told him, I was like, oh, this would be good for the vlog. I was like, here, I was like, you get one and I'll get one and we'll eat them for the vlog. And he's like, no. I don't blame him. It was probably like $3 or so a box just to eat gross bugs. So they've got a bunch of marbles and D&D dice. I found a lucky cat. Give us the good luck when we're out on the road. And Pusheen, a big sloth holding Pusheen. Yes. Hey look, Brian, I'm smoking. Oh God. This tentacle pen! And then we decided to stop at B-Dubs and get some food. Matt got some wings, and I ordered chips and queso. It said white queso, and I asked for nothing in it. I was like, can I just get like the plain queso? And they're like, yeah. And then it came out, and the queso was yellow, and it had a bunch of stuff in it. And I was like, no. So I was that guy today, and I asked if I could have something else. I don't know what it is. I'm such a queso snob. Let me know what you guys prefer in the comments as far as queso goes. Do you like that white queso, or do you like the yellow queso with the meat and the chili and all the peppers and stuff? So when we pull up to this light, I start talking to Matt about how annoying it is that my motorcycle is carbureted, because it's very cold. It's Ohio, and sometimes, like, after you've put the choke in, and you've let it like sit and run for a while, you think it's heat up enough that you can get out and start riding, and then you come up to a stop sign and you go to pull out onto a road, and all of a sudden it's like bleh, 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 and it like doesn't want to go, and you're like, oh, please don't stall on me in the middle of the road, and it's just freaking awful. So the new bike that I'm looking at is a Kawasaki 400. It's 2018. It's got fuel injections, so I wouldn't have that problem, and it's also got ABS and be a little bit quicker for me, and hopefully it'll work out, especially if I could sell this bike and turn some profit on it. I'd be excited to get into something new. Anyways, I'm about ready to wrap up our video for today. Thank you for watching our little mini adventure. I've got a whole list of things planned for this summer, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned to our channel. We will be starting a brand new channel strictly for MotoVlogs, but we still haven't come up with a good name. So if you have any ideas, definitely drop those in the comments below. We're kind of open to some names. We just gotta think of something clever first. And lastly, if you'd like to help support this channel, you can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/SuTefaniRuzu. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!